Let's see, is it working?
Access Sniper, did you get apples today?
Whoops. All right. Okay, looks like we got the stream up. What's up, everybody? Let's check out Coinbase IPO today. Oh. Damn, Coinbase IPO took a big dump, opened around 380, went as high as 425, and then just kind of dumped from there. That was kind of disappointing for the people that got in and stuff. But originally, I think Coinbase was priced at $250 anyways. So it's still up for the opening price to a certain extent. Let's see. Earnings after hours today was Green Tree Hospitality Group and Shaw. I don't think we have that much. This morning was where all the big earnings reports were. What's up, Charles? What's going on, man? Right? Coinbase IPO was crazy. Crashed the market nearly. Dang, you took it from 400 to 420? That's what's up, man. Congrats. That's nice, yo. I didn't touch it today. I was like, after reading that it was gonna be a direct listing, I didn't want to touch it because I didn't want to be a VP of like PLTR where I end up getting caught back holding and stuff. But I mean, usually at the end of the day, it's a pretty decent buy. It might pump again tomorrow morning for all the people that like didn't see it yet and didn't know it came out. Testing. You guys can hear me, right? where 420 is such a good number. Oh, yo, we had some really good earnings report this morning as well. I want to kind of check that out. So they said this morning, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo kicked off the bullish start to bank earnings. What technical traders need to know. 3 big banks kicked off earnings season Wednesday morning with Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo reporting strong first quarter 2021 results. The banking sector has been in a strong uptrend that started in November 2020, with stocks reaching new highs late March and falling into stages of consolidation. By the looks of Wednesday's price action, traders and investors are excited by these 3 banks' earnings reports. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy this morning. So let's check out Goldman's. What's up, Rez? What's up? Yo, did you guys see the bank's earnings report this morning? It was freaking nuts. So Goldman Sachs reported ridiculous numbers. Freaking ridiculous. So they reported earnings per share at $18.60. That beat the estimate of $10.22. So that was a huge beat by Goldman Sachs. Earnings per share had increased almost 500% year over year. And the revenue had rose 100% year over year. They must have killed it, man. I don't know what they did, but they definitely screwed people over. So last year, stock was trading around $250 at the highest point, hitting revenue at 100% year over year and earnings per share at 500% almost year over year. It looks like the stock's got room to run. That's a good question, man. How they make money, right? So Goldman Sachs is more of like an investment bank. So they're not a real bank, but they're more of an investment bank, and they're organized into investment banking, global markets, asset management, and consumer and wealth management. So they're like, they manage a lot of money, and they're like, you know, they like control other people's money and things like that. So let me see if I can dig into it. I don't know if they post. It's blank. I might have to find a website. I'm not really seeing anything. I think Goldman Sachs just did really well, just because they're like one of the bigger players in the market, and they're probably, you know, just like better at bidding the market than everyone else, because they can manipulate it better than most people. But I'll try to dig more into it. I'll see if I can find it for tomorrow. Like, for example, you know, when the other company, Archegos, lost a lot of money, right? Goldman Sachs didn't lose money. And one of the reasons they didn't lose money in that situation was because when that other person, Bill, took the bid, they somehow took the opposite bid. And it was when you take an opposite bid, it was either, which they claimed that they were hedging, right? But on the other side, it looks super suspicious, because they could have been manipulating on the other side to screw that person over, because they had the ability to do that since they knew all the information and everything. But they said apparently they were just hedging, but it looks suspicious to kind of like go against another person's position like that, especially a client's position like that. So Goldman Sachs instead ended up making a ton of money from that trade, not just from like the clients, but from like, I'm doing that. Hey, what's up, Joe? Welcome to our channel. As far as getting into trading, I would check out some of the links that that's posted. Actually, let me pull up for you. So I have a bunch of brokers here that I use. So you can check out this link here, Joe. It's called manylinks.com. I post some of the brokers that are pretty like in their benefits, like Webull. They have the 4 a.m. pre-market trading and simple after charting, pretty good for starters. Robinhood has the best user interface, even though it's a shit company and a lot of us hate it. It's the UI is sexy. Can't argue that. And then we got Tastywork as well. They probably have one of the best bonuses for starting out. If you're starting out with $2,000 or more, you get 100 share free stocks, which is probably one of the best bonus any other company has. So check those out. CLDR, dang, I feel you, bro. I've been in CLDR for a while too. Young Bo actually told me about CLDR a while back, like 2 weeks ago when we found that trend, and I got into CLDR and no lie, man, it's been a pain, but it's whatever. It's a YOLO trade. What's up, Block? What's going on? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Did you get to the Coinbase IPO? I mean, not IPO, direct listing, but you know what I mean. So let's see what else reported this morning. I know somebody else requested a ticker earlier, but we're not taking tickers yet. I just want to have a chance to go through some of the earnings report this morning, and then we'll start taking tickers around like 4:30ish. So JP Morgan also had a pretty good earnings this morning. Earnings per share was $4.50, beat estimate of $3.10. Sales was $33 billion as opposed to $30.5 billion. Pretty good. Let me see how they performed compared to last year. Earnings per share was up 55% year over year to $4.5, and revenue was up 13.9% year over year. So that's pretty good for JP Morgan, man. Let's see. Last year, all-time high, they were trading around 141-ish. So they're trading at 151 right now. So 141 times, let's say we estimate for increase of revenue, maybe like worth around 160. If we were estimate for the increase of earnings, it'd be like 200s. Same mic. I think the only difference is that we're not using the Twitch software, so it's like it may have messed up the mic setting and stuff like that. Yeah, I believe you, Lock. I'm not crazy about coin because, like I already have so much exposure to crypto. I thought about it hard last night. I was like, do I even want to get into this action? Just for a slow, just for a quick pump and dump, but then I thought about it. I was like, nah, I don't really want to touch this because, what's the point of me touching the Coinbase IPO, right? I already have so much exposure in so many different crypto coins. And then I have exposure in like BTBT. I have like, Mara. I have like all these other POS, crypto stocks. Like, there's really no need for me to even touch the coin IPO today. So a lot of the crypto stocks, I also end up selling cover calls against them too. So they kind of dumped pretty hard today, and that thank God, man. I was pretty glad that I hedged against it a little bit. Yeah, today's market was sad, but I kind of posted that chart a little bit this morning because I really thought about it. I was worried, man. I was like, yo, what if this Coinbase IPO is the catalyst for the market to drop? All the money flowing into it, and all the funds going into crypto. That's why I was so worried last night. I barely slept. I posted that chart. I was like, yo, we're at 12 days green. We're bound to either get a chop day or a down day. It's bound to happen eventually, because the max green day we ever had was 14 days green. And lo and behold, we got it, even though I low-key did not want it. Like, I was worried that was going to happen. I kind of wanted to hit 14 days green, especially with how great the bank's earnings report was this morning. But god dang it, man. They gave it to us. I didn't want it, but they gave it to us. Why? So Wells Fargo earnings per share was $1.05. Beat. My man Mastinator, he's like, I want to taste both blood. Yo, bro, I was thinking about you this morning, man. I was looking at AMD this morning, and I was like, dang, this does look like a good short. I hope Mastinator is still shorting this. Because I was itchy, bro. So Wells Fargo earnings per share is $1.05 and beat estimate of 70 cents. Sales is 18 billion as opposed to 17.5 billion. It says this is a 31.5% increase over earnings from the same period last year. And sales is a 1.9% increase over the same period last year. So, Wells Fargo, man, they've been taking a lot of dumps. They've just been a shit show, to be honest with you. Excuse my language. Last year all-time high was around $54. This is one of the only few bank stocks that hasn't recovered between Wells Fargo and Citibank. They haven't recovered that 2020 highs yet. And this quarter, man, might help them do it, because they've been having a lot of bad news the last few years between all the fraud and all the other BS they did, and that really chopped the company. They got fined and all that stuff. But you know what? They had a really good earnings. If they announce a share buyback, this might be the kind of news that could pump them back up. So let's see. Did they say anything else good? That might be an interesting play soon. I am liking that earnings. What's up, CK? MVIS? Yes, MVIS was sexy. I think our boy Adam bought it up last night a little bit. Then we saw a huge pump today, 1450-ish, and then they kind of dumped throughout the day with the whole market. But what can you say, right? The whole market dumped. So that after that Coinbase IPO, it's like everybody was like, yo, cash out, let me cash out my money. And they cashed out all their money and they went to buy coin. And then coin ended up like killing everybody. Give me 1 second. I gotta respond to someone. I was texting one of my old friends of mine on Instagram, and she just got back to me, so I was just messing with her. So I was like, I sent her a message, yo, but yo, if you guys are in the dating game, this could probably be a really good pickup line. You know, I just messaged her. I was like, hey, long time no talk. So obviously she's gonna be like, hey, who's this, right? So I'm gonna message her and be like, what? You don't remember me? Don't worry. A date with me can make it up. But she's married though. I'm just messing with her, just for fun. All right, so let me check out one of the few more earnings. Dang, you've been holding it since $2.58. Yo, I hope you took profit at some point or another. Just for fun, you know, I want to see what she says. I haven't messed with her in a long time. But let's see. Oh, actually, are you guys able to see the screen as well? Should I turn off the chat overlay? Oh, I just realized something. The screen isn't as big. Huh? There you go. That should be way better. Hey, what's up, Ale? Yo, if you got unused equity, bro, chill. Wait for the opportunity. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush to jump into trades. Don't be in a rush to get into a fight, because the opportunities will come to you, man. Trust me. They're like, we were at 12 days green. We got a tiny pullback today. We might have a continuation of this pullback. So I'm gonna chart the market in a little bit. So we'll see where that direction is, and you know, see if we got any reversal confirmation or anything like that before you jump into the next trades. But great question though. Great question, man. So I'm gonna take a look at two more earnings that came out this morning. Lovesac reported Q4 earnings per share at $1.37, beat estimate of 58 cents. Huge beat actually too. Sales is 129 mil as opposed to 116 mil. This is a 270% increase over earnings of last year, and 40% increase in sales. That's huge. That's huge beats. But I think I even said it the other day that I kind of expected this earnings to drop, or even yesterday. Somebody said they love the company's furnitures and stuff like that, and they were looking, you know, at it, and I was like, it might drop because they already, you know, told the market. They already gave people the expectation that they were gonna beat. They reported early on that, yo, we're gonna have a great quarter, and that's why it spiked, you know, over here in this area, because they said they were gonna have a great quarter and they had a huge run, right? So then today, when you know, when they reported the real numbers and stuff, it came down because it was already expected, you know. So it was like, sell the news. That makes sense. IPO fees and financing commissions. Because we did have a lot of SPACs this year and a lot of new IPOs, but mostly SPACs. Though they were probably the underwriter for a lot of them. And then Bed Bath & Beyond also reported today, had a huge drop as well. Let's see, where's Bed Bath & Beyond at? So last year, before COVID happened, it was trading around $18. It's at $24 right now. Earnings per share was 40 cents as opposed to 31 cents. Sales is 2.62 billion as opposed to 2.63 billion, missed by a little bit. Earnings per share was 5% increase compared to last year. Sales is a 15% decrease compared to last year of 3.11 billion. So obviously sales is not doing that good as they wanted to, but earnings per share is still pretty decent, which means they were able to cut, they were able to cut down a lot of stuff to reduce costs to anticipate for the reduce in sales. They said for full year 2021, they reaffirmed the guidance that they could make anywhere from 8 billion to 8.2 billion, as opposed to estimate of 9.2 billion. So that's probably why it dropped, because they say, hey, we're gonna make this much money, but analysts is like, yo, they should be making that much money. So obviously the market didn't like that, so it's got a little pullback today. Came back down. I think we'd probably find some opportunity around the $18 area. I'll probably chart that in a second. So that's 2021 numbers versus 2020 numbers. Net sales is down 16%. $315% growth. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, Shapish? Am I saying your name right? Do I think BTC will continue to drop for a few days? That's a possibility. We can chart that up in a second and see where that direction is. But I do think that Coinbase IPO did bring a lot of interest into crypto. And sometimes when the market is extremely greedy, that could mark the top. You never know. So I've been taking profit for a little while now, and been low-key hoping that I'm lucky enough to cash out at the top, and I'm not the dumbass that's cashing out at the bottom right now. So this is they're investing in growth and transformation and planning to spend about 400 mil in that improvement. So that's pretty good. It's always good to hear that the company is like investing in growth and transformation, because usually that pays out a little bit later further on. They said they're launching some new products, which is pretty interesting. And they're doing a 3-year share repurchase program. So what's the market cap? Market cap is at 2.49 billion. They're doing a share repurchase for 2021 for 325 mil. Which would be like somewhere around 8%, I think. That's pretty good, actually. That means they're gonna buy back their own stocks and jump it up. usually when I see news like that, it's really bullish for the stock. If you see it drop to a certain extent for a buy the dip opportunity. So that was our review of the earnings reports this morning. So now we're gonna check out some of the stocks I was looking at. Let me check out BBBY. So this is the level I'm looking for. This is the March 2020 levels. I would even call it like pre-COVID levels. Yeah, so that's the $18 level. That's a really interesting area. I would look to pick up some BBBY at. Because obviously this area going up to as high as 55, that was ridiculous, you know? Hey, what's up, Della Rosa? We kind of talked about why the market, what was the expectation for the market. Are you in our Xtrades channel? I made a post this morning around like 3 a.m. I was like, just a heads up, we got about 12 green days in a row on SPY. So counting from here to here, actually not even counting today, right? Counting from here to here was 12 green days. And I was saying that, not necessarily saying it's time to short, but it is time to start taking profit and be more selective of the position you're getting in. The most green days are usually 14 before we chop or pull back a little bit. So it's only natural to run up so much and cool down a bit, and not to mention we're at the top of the trend line as well, which is this trend line that's drawn over here. So this is kind of the review of the S&P 500, right? So you can see this is the trend line that's drawn up here. And it's hit that trend line multiple times. It kind of came back a little bit. Over here, it did look like we were breaking out, but I don't even know what breaking out of this trend line would mean, because this is a pretty aggressive trend line. It's like pretty, high in terms of like forward projecting. So it's got really good growth. Every time, hit it, it's like, 387 to 410, that's a huge move, right? So that trend line is pretty high. It's pretty forward guiding. And I would be super surprised, how much more we can continue to break out of that before pulling back, So it's kind of good to see if we do start to pull back from here, super reasonable, I think we could see like 392s if we got a really big pullback. Otherwise, maybe like in the $400 area, 400, 401 area. That'd be a pretty reasonable area as well, before kind of like chopping a little bit and then going a little bit further. So if we're extremely bullish, we could look for like one of these pullbacks, where it's a mini pullback, to that $400 level. If we're extremely bearish, then you could be hoping for one of these bigger pullbacks to the red line here, but that would be painful. I don't know if everybody can handle that. I think the market is kind of really bullish right now, so I'm not sure if we could have that. So let's take a look at BTC as well, as I mentioned earlier. So this was somewhat of a resistance at the $58,000 area. That was one of the first tops we had. I would look for that as the support level. So if we think like BTC is gonna pull back from now, then that 58,500 would be a pretty good entry because that was one of the first top that we had. So ideally we would look for that pullback to come back down here, and then continue to move further. Next level that I was looking for would be like 69,000, I think. Yeah, I have 69,000. That's the next level. And then if we continue to drop a lot further, if we, God forbid, if we drop under 52,000 again, that would be really troublesome because that would kind of signal like a reversal downtrend. So hopefully that's not the case, but it's only natural for the market to pull back a little bit, right? Look at the RSI. It was extremely overbought. It was like really, really hot, not just on the half day, but on the, on the daily chart too. It's in the red zone. Pretty much every time we got in the red zone, it only has so much day left before we move down a little bit. So let me share this chart with you guys. BTC. Sure, Gio. We'll check that out a little bit. Give me a second. We'll get to it. What's this company ZGNX? Hey, what's up, Nerve? Welcome to the channel, man. I haven't seen you before. How come all the stocks like FCL, MVIS, NEO all got so beat up today? I guess part of it is just because the whole market, the general market, like if you look at SPY, right, which is the S&P 500, and the significance of the SPY is that a lot of people, it's very popular ticker. A lot of people look at this as general guidance of the market. I mean, some people look at the Dow, some people look at the NASDAQ, but personally, I like to look at the SPY. I know a lot of other traders tend to look at ES or SPY as the guidance as well. But sometimes CNBC or like boomers and stuff, they would look at the Dow because it's a much older ticker. And then, some people are looking at the Qs or NASDAQ. But personally, I look at the Dow and if you're in our stock room or our trade room, and if you saw, I posted on Stock Elite this morning, and Options Elite as well, kind of how we've been, I just spent a few minutes talking about this already, how we've been running so hot, right? So it's only natural. Like how many days, like how long could the market just keep going up? How reasonable would that be? You know what I mean? Without any red days or any pullback at all. Like imagine if all this was just green, like without any of these red days, that would be unreasonable, man. That would be like ridiculous. Even over here, right? Even over here, we had huge green, pull back a little bit. It's only natural. Even here, had at least 1 day of pullback right here. And that was at the major resistance as well. So anytime we had a lot of green days, it's always at least pull back a little bit or chop and consolidate. It's just only fair. But that's a good point, man. All those, like, you're probably asking why some of these stocks haven't recovered yet to this huge high. Like, I guess Run would be a pretty good example. This is a solar company, Sunrun. It's had a really crazy high over here at $99, and you're like wondering, oh, why hasn't it recovered to that high yet, right? Or even like NEO, like had this crazy high at $65, and it's only trading at 37 right now. It looks like severely discounted, right? But at the same time, you have to ask yourself the other question as well. What was it trading at last year? $5. NEO was trading at $5 last year, man. Like, how crazy is that, right? For NEO to go from $5 to $60, like, that's a huge multiple, right? That's like a 12 multiple. You know, that means they would have to have 1,200% increase, 1,200 times more deliveries, you know, 1,200 times more, you know, revenue. Is that something that you think they did or not? You know, was that something that they were capable of doing, or that they had performed already within the last year compared to this year? I think not, right? For a lot of these companies, I think a lot of this run was based on hype and just momentum and demand from the market of people wanting to own these stocks, and they drove it up. But some people are starting to realize the fundamental, you know, reasoning behind it. And they're like, oh, you know what? I just looked at NEO. They're having great deliveries and everything, but I don't know if they, like, you know, I don't know if they're reasonably trade at this price, or they're trading at like five years price, you know? So some people are taking profit, and especially since there's so much FUD in the market, people talking about the Warren Buffett indicator flashing red and the market's about to crash. For the people that are holding NEO from like $5-10, they're cashing out, bro, because they're like, yo, I'm already in a lot of profit. Let me go invest in some, you know, slower stocks like Apple or Microsoft, you know, or like P&G and Clorox. So I think that's what's happening. I could be wrong, but that's one of the reasoning that I think is behind it. So I hope that helps, man. Picked it up some SQQQ today. Good stuff, man. I didn't really hedge. Like I said, the last few days I just been like closing position. So, you know, I didn't have much long position left to really hedge anything. I've been trying to stay cash, and, you know, just in anticipation of, like, you know, of a pullback or correction coming. So I didn't really hedge. I just kind of warned about it. I didn't really like shorting either, because I know sometimes the market could be much more unreasonable and illogical for longer than I could short it. So I just chose not to really short it. I mean, but then again, technically I do have a hedge. My hedge is Dave & Buster's, which I kind of shorted a while back, and I'm still holding part of that short position. I closed out majority of the position already. I still have a little bit of it because I want to see them at 37. You know, that's my bias. I want to see them at 37. Young Bo IWM broke out a little bit. Yes, it did. I think we were just talking about IWM yesterday, the Russells, and it was like choking while the whole market was running. So this is one of the only indices that hasn't ran yet, despite the tech sector running, despite the, you know, general sector running. This one hasn't really moved much for the last few days. So this could, you know, come back to this all-time high as well. Who knows? But then again, the Russell has also had one of the bigger runs in the last 30 days, whereas the other stocks didn't run as much the last 30 days. You know, while Qs were chopping, the Russells made all-time highs. So I'm not sure if the money could rotate into it, but it very possibly could here. That's a possibility. See QQQ. It's at the top of the range, so we could set up the reversal here a little bit for the tech sector. All right, I gotta do Uber for Waffle House. And then we'll check out SQ and Tesla. What's up, Waffle House? Yo, so Uber's been pretty strong. It was chopping here. I thought that was going to be the end of it. I thought that could have been reversal coming down, but it actually ended up moving a little bit more. It's at the one of the double tops here. So we could either finish setting up this, finish setting up the pattern, which is kind of like going higher and higher, or if the whole market decides to come back down, this would be the possible end of it. Yo, XY, I actually don't have access to the Twitch account anymore. The admins took the access away, so I only have access to Restream now, which is like an account that manages all the other accounts, so I don't really have access to it. I'm not even sure if some of the emojis got approved or not, because we tried to approve some of the emojis and it usually takes days. I'm sorry, man. So if you like ZGNX Geo, I'm not sure. They maybe, I don't know, they changed the password. I have no clue. If you like XY. So if you're in this ticker, if you're bullish on it, the target would be 2052. That's one of the resistance lines, and then above that, you could see as high as like $22 area. But it does look kind of bullish here. We did get that reversal setting up here today, but like I said, be very aware of the market. Depending on where the market goes, it's that's gonna affect everything else. Am I still in Go? Yeah, man. I never got out of it. Super long position. I believe. I mean, I have shares, so it's not gonna hurt me regardless. Like, it's either gonna make me or break me. What about you, XY? Are you still in it? Yeah, it's flat. I mean, if you got in here at like this bottom here, right? You got in at the double bottom. I mean, I guess if you want, take some profit. But I think if it's anything like all the other minerals, it should, all the other metals and stuff, it should come back to at least the yellow line here. Nike got rejected over here, so it's been setting up that downtrend a little bit. The next area will be $130, but it might even go down further. So I hope that helps, man. I mean, you sound like you got a lot of money in gold, bro. Just take profit, especially if you got contracts. Definitely take profit. XY, did you want me to chart SQ and Tesla? But yo, congrats on those SQ profit and Tesla profit. Damn, is this the end of Tesla? Please don't be. All right, let me check out Marathon for LA. So that was pretty ugly today. Marathon had, I think it was gapping up pre-market. It was extremely bullish because of the Coinbase IPO. And let me get some water. And everybody was like extremely excited. They were like, yo, to the moon, and then, we look bullish too. We look like we should be going higher. Honestly, it's weird. It's kind of weird that it didn't go higher because, Bitcoin obviously went higher than the other times, but a lot of money flew out of Marathon because I guess everybody was putting their money into coin. So if you're looking for an entry, if you're still bullish on crypto and stuff like that, you're looking for the entry, I would say the next support area would be $40, kind of in that range, maybe even as low as like $38 right here. So check that out, that yellow line, right? I think 30 might be too low. I think if you really want to shoot low, go for like that $38 range. If that area doesn't hold, go as low as like 27. Either 38 or 27. That's what the entry would be for me. Hey, what's up, Jake7? Oh, snap, bro. You got banned on Binance? Dude, I hope they don't freeze your account, man. You might need to get a VPN and access it before they lock down your account and everything, and then transfer it out. Go to KuCoin. KuCoin allows you to trade anywhere. Binance is one of the only other ones that has that restriction. Oh shit! Transfer your money out. Go make an account at KuCoin or US Binance if you want. But I think you have to do KYC and everything. With KuCoin, you don't have to do KYC and stuff. Hell, I would just even transfer it to Coinbase, man. You're gonna pay tax on it regardless. Just download Coinbase Pro. What'd you buy? you don't want to close the position, you're gonna get your position frozen. You're not gonna have access to the assets no more. Just take your profit and walk away, man. I have my assets frozen. I can't even get it. Trust me, you don't want that to happen. Yeah, you should be up nicely. Just transfer it. Those are like, XRP is available on Coinbase. TRX probably, I'm not even sure. Is TRX on Coinbase yet? Yeah, I did Nike already, man. Just gotta scroll up. I guess not. Is it? It's not Coinbase, so transfer it to KuCoin. Let me catch up on some of that. But yeah, Ale, XY is kind of right though. If Merit goes back to like $30, then kind of in trouble. That would signal like a huge reversal downtrend, and that would kind of mean like it's crashing. I would say like realistically, if we break under like this area over here, I would be very scared. That would be like pretty much the end. Like if we come back down all the way here like that, breaking under that line here, I would consider that the end. Oh yeah, or you could park it on Voyager. Oh snap, Maseratis and Lambos? Yo, I don't remember those. Oh, somebody asked for Netflix? What was it that asked for Netflix? Yeah, they have ER coming up really quick. You know what happens to Netflix when they have a run before ER? Usually they end up dropping. So the last few times that they had a huge run before earnings, they end up popping. They went plop. Same thing here, huge run before ER, and then plop. But ideally, I would have loved to see Netflix at 570. So it looks like it's kind of at the end of the run here. Could be reversing downwards. Oh yeah, if you guys like do spreads, like sell premiums and stuff, I think Microsoft was a pretty interesting one. I talked about it a little bit on the watch list on Monday, I think, because Microsoft ended up buying the other company, what do you call it? Dragon. They bought that company Dragon with the speech recognition software. And honestly, that company was pretty dead already. I felt like they pretty much overpaid for it because they just wanted like a Microsoft version. I mean, didn't they have it already though? Doesn't Microsoft already has Cortana? Why did they even buy that? Yeah, Microsoft has Cortana. Why did they even buy that shit company? Hey, what's up? We can check out XPEV in a little bit. I'm about to end the stream here in a little bit, so XPEV will probably be the last chart that we check out. But we're just checking out the Microsoft stuff. I don't think they bought out MVIS yet, unless I missed it. But anyway, Microsoft said they're buying this company, Nuance Communication, in a $16 billion deal, or about $19 billion, including debt. They're buying at $56 per share at a 23% premium over the current price. Which I have no clue, bro. I have no clue why they would buy this. I thought I'm not sure how much more difference this is compared to like their Cortana thing. I'm not sure what they're trying to do actually. But they pretty much bought the stock, at equivalent to their all-time highs, give or take. And this stock ran a lot too, man. Look at this. And the reason this stock hasn't really moved, so I'm looking at the monthly chart on it. The reason this stock was chopping in this range was because they were pretty much dead. There was they weren't innovating. Like nobody was really using speech recognition software to type anymore, like they were back in the day. Like back in the day here from like 2010 to like 2014 or maybe even 2012, that 4-year run, that was when a lot of people were doing office work and they would use their software on the headset to do speech recognition and type. But Google literally offers that for free now. So that kind of killed their business a little bit. And then people just got better at typing too, probably. So I think buying that deal, it's gonna do what Slack did to CRM. So if you guys remember, a while back, CRM had bought Slack. So I think it was like in November, they bought Slack, and they started to plop. People didn't like it. They didn't think it was a good deal. So it started to plop. It had this huge downtrend for a while, came back up a little bit, then plop again, coming back up. But overall, CRM is a pretty good company. But people just didn't like the Slack deal. So I think the same thing is probably going to happen to Microsoft. So if you're interested in selling premiums, this is probably a good area to sell some calls on the upside around 260 plus, because I don't think it's going to be able to run that high over there, especially baking in the market hitting a short-term top. We could probably see some chop kind of like this. If we see this kind of chop, then there'll be a lot of premium burn. If you get a lot of premium burn, you probably make a lot of money. Yo, XY is the man. Well, let's check out XPEV. So XPEV looks like it's about to die a little bit here. It was looking pretty good. It was setting up pretty good following the whole EV market. It looked like it was gonna come back up, but then with today's sell-off, it kind of did the trend reversal. So it's coming back down. Next area of support is right here. God damn this EV market, man. So next area of support is around that $30 area. What kind of position do you guys have on XPEV? Yeah, I know. Today made everything look like it was gonna go up, so it was gonna die. Oh snap! I'm sorry. We had some people message on us on YouTube, but I wasn't looking at the chat for a while. What's up, Serge M and Jeffrey? Sorry, man. We're also streaming on Twitch, so that's where a lot of the response we're going to. Jeffrey asked, was there any opinion on MBIS? Here's a chart on MVIS, Jeffrey. I hope that helps. So ideally, great entry would be at the $9 area. Today was almost like a reversal setting up, but because of the bearish market on SPY, it kind of turned everything that was going good to going bad. So you can see this morning, it was like setting up. It was really bullish. It was moving up a lot. Hit as high as $14. So that was a pretty good area to take some profit. Yeah. Neil was looking pretty good too. It's how crazy, like, this is why it's so important to look at market direction, because sometimes a chart setup could look so good, but if market direction doesn't move in the way that you want it to, it's gonna look bad. So that's why it's so important to like understand where the general market is going and stuff like that. Even Apple, man, holy smokes. We were looking so good. It was like so close to touching 137. And then today happened and just got that reversal set up. So that's kind of sad. Even this. So a lot of the big fangs are pulling back today. Yeah, Apple has been weird, but honestly, it's a solid company. We all know it's a solid company. So even this whole area at 120, right? I thought that was gonna be a good support area, but it was being super sus. Kind of chopped there for so long, broke that support too. But I had diamond hands, man. I didn't sell. I was like, I'd rather die. Thank you, man. Appreciate those kind words. Welcome to our channel, man. We're actually about to end it here really soon. We usually start every day around 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's about 5 p.m. right now. I'm gonna end this soon here. But we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. to look at some of the other earnings reports that we have going on. So tomorrow we got Taiwan Semiconductor in the morning. That's gonna be really interesting. I really want to see how that earning report turns out. Bank of America tomorrow morning as well. Curious to see what their situation is. It looks like everything is extremely bullish in the financial sector. So I guess I'd be surprised if they didn't beat. Rite Aid is also tomorrow. Citibank as well. BlackRock is literally the government's right-hand man. They've been helping the government make all the purchases and deals. And they've been making a crazy run too, so it's good for them. Pepsi as well. I really want to see where Pepsi goes. If Pepsi has another pullback, then please give me that. 2023, bro. Yo, Apple's definitely gonna go to 130 2023. You got this, man. Oh yeah, the new application we're using is called WeStream. Yeah, it is kind of weird. The chart overlay is way too big. It's not like Twitch where it goes over the screen. That would be great. But since it's toward the end, I'm not really doing any more charting. I just figured I'd just plop that up there. So Pepsi's gonna be really interesting. Man, if Pepsi sells off again after earnings, that's gonna be another buying opportunity like they did last time. They sold off, came all the way back to this $129 levels. And keep in mind, Pepsi before COVID happened was trading around $147, right? And they have had only great earnings reports and great sales numbers and everything. There was no reason whatsoever for them to drop down except for the reason of them paying dividends. That's the only depreciation part of the stock. Anything under $135 area is a cheap deal, in my opinion. All right, have a good night, Veronica. Take care. And then we have Delta as well. I don't know what everybody's expectation for Delta is, but I don't think they're gonna have, I don't see how much more bullish we can be on it. I don't see how things we couldn't turn into normals and stuff. And then after hours, we got AA, JB Hunt, PPG, Martin, and somebody said this other company is an Indian IT company or something, or was it this one? So after hours is pretty interesting too. Tomorrow's a really good day, man. Thursdays are usually always really good earnings report dates. Where's Citibank at? God damn, look at BlackRock. $800. Nuts. TSM is gonna be one of the biggest wild cards tomorrow. They're either gonna move the semiconductor sector up or down. So far, the direction for semiconductors is down as a sector. Tomorrow we're gonna see TSM make that decision. What do you think, XY? Up or down? In before Amazon earnings, but still gets wrecked. What do you mean, your AMD puts or calls? Oh, amazing earnings. So you think TSM will beat it out of the park? You think TSM is gonna rocket back to 140 and then just fake out this whole downtrend? BS? Possibility is there. That's one way to say it. Yo, what if TSM comes up? This is just big what if, right? What if TSM comes up with some big BS? You know, and they're like, yo, this chip shortage is so bad. Like we don't even have the material to make the chips, you know? And like they're like, we're trying our best, but this delay is gonna happen for the next 2 years. We can't do anything about it. We don't have the materials. Our factory's messed up, caught a fire or something, and then bam, it'll be the end of the whole chip sector. Everything will die. Everything will be such a mess because nobody will have the chips available to function. I was reading some stuff on Reddit today, and these people were saying that all the car companies, right? They're not they're like, they shut down their plants, they froze all their plants because they don't have the chips to like do the production and everything. So because of that, people were like, yo, how are all the car companies like going up? Like Ford, like how is Ford at like all-time highs when they can't, when they froze all their plants and they can't make the chips right now? So people were sus about that. Same thing with like GM as well. But at the same time, look at Tesla. Tesla's price is so high that it makes all the other stocks extremely undervalued in the aspect. But we'll see. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a good night, man. We'll be back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. to see what is gonna happen to TSM. Time will tell. Everything is shortage. There's a shortage on everything, bro. Alright, thanks guys for hanging out. Oh my god, foam shortage. Short Casper. Purple is over. Alright guys, peace out.